I trained as a general nurse in Portiuncula and Ballinasloe from 1988 under the old apprenticeship nursing training scheme. And from there I went to Holles Street in Dublin and did midwifery, and I also did public health nursing. So I work as an early years inspector, coming from my public health nursing qualification, and I have done that for the last 20 years. My first knowledge that there was a workhouse here was the first year they opened it for tourists or for tours. I think it was a 6-week opening. They trialled it. A group of people from this community said, we want to do something with this workhouse. And I came and I did the tour and was really affected by it, you know, found it really quite profound. And the following year I saw an advertisement for looking for volunteer tour guides. I thought, that sounds right up my alley.
When we look at the work done, at face value, it doesn't seem to appear to be of any benefit to anyone. There was a rule that stated the workhouses were not allowed to produce anything that would take business away from labourers or merchants outside.
When I started here as a tour guide, the whole complex was really under development. So every year I came back, something else had been done. It's an hour long, so there's certain points that we want to get across during the tour, and it has only involved maybe 3 of the buildings on the site. But we used to refer to another building on the site, the infirmary, and it was my favourite part of giving the tour because I loved the link with my profession of, okay, who were these nurses? When the workhouses opened initially, each workhouse had an infirmary separate to the rest of the buildings so that the sick from the workhouse could be kept separate from the well if they needed nursing care, if they needed health care. And they were exclusively for the inmates of the workhouse. In 1851, under the Medical Charities Act, that infirmary became open to the destitute poor in the district, not just those inhabitants of the workhouse. And from 1868, that widened again to anybody in the locality who needed health care. So from that point on, that infirmary becomes much more like a district hospital than part just of the poor law system. Some of the best records we have for the infirmary for Portumna would be the census records for 1901 and 1911. And what we see in the 1901 census is that we have 55 patients in the infirmary part of the workhouse. In the rest of the workhouse, there's 68 patients, so inmates. So altogether we have 123 people on the books of the workhouse for 1901. So you have almost half of that population is here in the infirmary. The infirmary here in Portumna was known as St Vincent's Hospital. It's almost like it was a separate entity. When the system closed, once the Irish Free State was formed, many of these infirmaries continued on as part of our modern healthcare system. So either as a county home or as a district hospital, and some of them became mother and baby homes. Now the majority, like Portumna, closed. And it was the part of this system that was really missed by people in the local area when it closed. And the people in Portumna tried to get it reopened in the 1940s. But by that time, Portiuncula Hospital had been built in Ballinasloe, and it was seen as being the hospital for the locality, even though it was another 20 miles for people to travel. In 2017, the management of the workhouse here decided to offer a certificate in local history, and I thought that was a great idea, and I signed up for it. Just out of general interest. It was 24 weeks, 2 semesters, affiliated to the University of Limerick. That certificate enabled us, or made us eligible for the Masters in Local History, a part-time Masters offered in the University of Limerick, and 6 of us from that class signed up for that. And then because of my topic, my area of interest, which was the development of nursing and midwifery under the poor laws, I was offered or had the opportunity to take up a PhD last year. So I'm 1 year into the PhD with the focus on the county nursery in Clare.